Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you're doing well. So I welcome you again to your English class, and today we'll do part 2 of chapter number 8 of Supplementary Reader book, and the name of the chapter is A Pact with the Sun. Before moving on to the part 2 of this chapter, let's recapitulate what we have done in the part 1 of this chapter. Actually, this is a story of a girl named Saida whose mother was ill for a long time. She was treated by a number of doctors, but she became ill again and again. And finally, she was treated by a specialist who recommended her some effective medicines and asked her to sit in the sunlight for 1 hour daily. So Saida's mother decided to take a natural remedy along with the medicines. But unfortunately, the sun did not come up the next morning. So to find out whether the sun came up the next day or not and whether Saida's mother recovered from her illness or not, let's read the second part of this chapter. Saida was playing with her doll nearby and she heard her mother's lament but kept calm. Later in the afternoon, when she stumbled on a spot of pale sunshine in the courtyard, she ran to her mother to say the sun was there. No, no, said everybody present. It's too late and chilly. Your mother can't sit out there. Disheartened, Saida returned to her doll. There was no sun really, except for its last remnant entangled in the top branches of the family mango tree. So here in this paragraph, the word lament means complaint, the word stumble means to step awkwardly while walking or running, and fall or begin to fall. The word pale means light in color or shade. The word courtyard means an area of flat ground outside that is partly or completely surrounded by the walls of a building. The word disheartened means having lost confidence, hope, and energy. The word remnant means leftover, and the word entangled means twisted and caught. So this paragraph tells us that Saida, who was playing with her doll nearby, heard her mother's complaint, but she kept calm. Later in the afternoon, when she was playing and she fell on a spot of light sunshine in the courtyard, she ran to her mother to ask her to come out to take sunlight. But everybody present there stopped her as it was too late and cold outside. Saida felt very sad and lost hope, and she returned to her doll and started playing with her. Actually, there was no sun except for the last leftover or remaining sun rays caught in the top branches of the family mango tree. Now look at the next paragraph. Now children have at their command a secret language foreign to grown-ups altogether, in which they fluently communicate with trees, flowers, animals, the sun and the moon, perhaps even with the Almighty. Using that special language, Saida addressed her remark to the last departing ray of the sun. Dearest sister, do come tomorrow with lots of warmth and brightness. You see, my mother is ill and needs your help. So here in this paragraph, the word departing means leaving. So this paragraph tells us that children have a secret language through which they communicate. They talk with trees, flowers, animals, the sun and the moon, and maybe with the Almighty, maybe with the God. And that language is foreign to grown-ups, means grown-ups can't understand that language. Okay, so using that special language, Saida addressed her remark. Addressed means spoke her remark, spoke her comment to the last leaving ray of the sun, and asked the rays of the sun to come the next day with lots of warmth and brightness, because her mother was ill and she needed their help. So now look at the next paragraph. Surely, answered the light, don't look unhappy. We'll be here at the fixed hour. Next day, early in the morning, when the sprightly sun rays embellished themselves for their journey down to earth, the sun said, it's a day off again. We are staying up here. The road to earth is blocked by an army of thick, mucky clouds. So here the word sprightly means lively, the word embellished means decorated, and the word mucky means dirty. So, this paragraph tells us that the light rays of the sun replied to her prayer and assured her that they would come at the fixed time and asked her not to be unhappy. So, when the next day the lively sun rays decorated themselves to go down to earth, the sun said that they would not go down to the earth as the road to the earth is blocked by a group of thick and dirty clouds. The little rays so much wanted to go down for a lark, but they remained quiet. One of them, though, who had made a pact with little Saida, said, "Sir, I can't stay back. I have given my word to Saida, whose mother is ill and needs our help. I'll pierce through the clouds to reach Saida's courtyard. How else will her mother be cured?" Hearing this, all the rays nearly staged a revolt against their father, the sun. "Fancy staying back again," they said in a single voice. "What will the people of the earth say about us, that we of the heavens have turned liars?" So here the phrase "for a lark" means for fun. The word pierce means to go into or through something, making a hole in it using a sharp point. The phrase staged a revolt means fought, and the word fancy means comfortably. So, hearing this, the sun rays who wanted to go down to the earth for fun kept quiet for some time. But after some time, one of them talked to their father that they had made a pact with little Saida. A pact means an agreement with little Saida that they would come down to the earth to help her mother. The little ray of sun told her father that Saida's mother was not well and she needed their help, so she would pierce through the clouds to reach Saida's courtyard. And even the little ray of sun asked her father that how would Saida's mother be cured if they would not go down to the earth. And hearing this, all the rays fought with the sun, means they stood against the sun. They were not in the favor of the decision taken by the sun. They argued that if they stayed back, the people of the earth would consider them as liars. Now look at the next paragraph. The sun relented. "Please yourselves," he said. "Mind your clothes, though. The clouds are mucky." "Never mind our clothes. We can always change. But go we must." And the rays rushed towards the earth. The clouds stood guard between them and Saida's courtyard. The little rays focused their heat, and they had enough of it, on a battalion of clouds which had to flee from its post. The rays got through, shooting past the bewildered clouds. They were already late. So here the word relented means became less severe or intense. The word battalion means group. The word flee means run away from a place or situation of danger. And the word bewildered means very puzzled. And hearing all this means when the sun noticed that all the rays stood against him, he changed his mind and asked the rays to be careful and to take care of their clothes as the clouds were dirty. The rays told their father, the sun, that they never mind their clothes as they could always change them. And saying this, they rushed towards the earth. But as the sun rays moved towards the earth, the clouds stood between them and Saida's courtyard, means the clouds stopped their way. But the little rays focused their heat, which was enough to make the clouds run from there. The rays reached the earth, leaving behind the puzzled clouds. Now look at the last paragraph. Saida saw the whole host of them approaching, and her heart leapt with joy. She shouted, "Amma, Amma, the sun is here, come out." The old lady's eyes welled up with tears of gratitude. Her charpoy was placed in the courtyard, and she sat on it for an hour, reclining against bolsters. It had been months since she had felt the sun on her hands and face and breathed in fresh air. She thought she was in a new world. Though pale, her face glowed and her eyes shone bright. She saw her child too bathed in sunlight and kissed her. The morning air brought in a new fragrance from nearby flowers. The birds chanted a new tune. Saida's mother felt better already. She is fully recovered now, but she still follows the doctor's advice. An hour of sunlight and lungfuls of fresh air every day. Here, the word approaching means coming nearer. The word leapt means jumped. The phrase welled up means came up. The word gratitude means thankfulness. The word reclining means leaning or lying back in a relaxed position with the back supported. The word bolsters means pillows. The word fragrance means a pleasant, sweet smell. So this paragraph tells us that Saida saw the whole host of them. Whole host means the whole group of sun rays coming nearer, and she jumped with joy, she jumped with happiness, she felt very happy, and she called her mother, informing her that the sun was there. And the tears of gratitude came up in the eyes of the old lady. And her charpoy, means her bed, was placed in the sun, where she sat for an hour, leaning against pillows. And it was actually after months that she was able to feel the sun and breathe fresh air. She felt as if she had entered a new world. Though she looked pale, but her face glowed and her eyes shone bright, means her face and eyes showed the shine of hope. She looked at her child, who was also basking in the sun, and she kissed her. With this new morning came a new hope, a new fragrance, chanting of birds, and with all this, Saida's mother felt better and she recovered completely from her illness. However, she was completely recovered now, but she still follows the doctor's advice. That is to sit in the sunlight for an hour and take lungfuls of fresh air every day. Lungfuls of fresh air means if someone takes a lungful of something, such as fresh air, they breathe in deeply so that their lungs feel as if they are full of that thing. Okay, so it means that it's very good to sit in the sun for an hour daily and to take fresh air every day. Okay. So this was all about the story A Pact with the Sun, and I hope you've enjoyed reading the story. And this story teaches us a very beautiful lesson that the nature has healing powers. It has the power to heal any kind of disease. Okay. So this is all for today, and we'll meet once again in a new video with a new topic. Till then, take care, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.